And recording. So today I'm going to be explaining what is Luzion in a way. I see a lot of people are still very confused on how this rebase work, how you get this APY and all this kind of sort of stuff. So if everything was stagnant at the current pace rate, about 40 days, correct. To double your investment takes around 47 days to 48 days. And that if the price were to maintain from pre-sale. We are way above pre-sale now. We are almost, I would say 30%. Yeah, 25 to 30% from pre-sale. And it should be climbing. And that's not including the treasury, because the treasury will also buy back Luzion over time, right? It will keep buying back to increase the price. And when it does that, it's also auto burning as well. So a lot more burning will occur as well. So let's see, this is my, oops, I haven't refreshed yet. So yeah, I got 7 Luzion for the past 12 hours. I got 7 Luzion increase. That's not bad. 1 Luzion is like what, 20 cents? So that's $1.4. That's not bad at all. Imagine if you have like, if I had 4,000, then I would have made like, well, I'll say, for example, if let's say now from 400, I got around $1.4, then if I had 4,000, I've made $14. If I had 40,000, well, I have 100 plus USD. That's insane. That's the amount of value you will get from Luzion itself, not including your BUSD rewards. You know, BUSD rewards in total, I think I've received at least. Okay, so the BUSD roughly, let's see, I've got $1.4. That's not bad at all. And this is just from 400. If 4,000, I've got $10 plus. And if I got 40,000 LZN, which is insane, I would have made 100 plus USD from dividends, not including the LZN. So 100 plus from LZN and 100 plus from BUSD. That's the beauty of this. It's insane. The rewards are really insane. And that is why a lot of people went nuts about, like, you know, Libero and Titano and SAFUU protocol and Sphere Finance and stuff like that. A lot of people went crazy is because the rewards is just so good that people just want to get into over and over again. So let's see the dashboard. But that's the thing. A lot of people have been asking me, so Zack, why should people jump onto Luzion Protocol when there's so many out there? Well, to be honest, guys, so many out there are mostly just fake copy-paste codes and stuff like that. And we are very well aware that we are very confident to say that, because I do a lot of research and analysis and making sure, like, before we even conceptualize Luzion Protocol, the first thing we always do is to make sure that what we're going to do is going to make it right. You know, that means amount of testing, amount of research. You know, we didn't want to just like, oh, wow, this is something is hype on, create something in a day and launch it. We don't want to do that. You know, we take a lot of, we've actually conceptualized this like 20, 30 days ago itself. The mods knows about it. But obviously, before we start, we want to make sure that we see what we can do and make it better over time as well. See what other codes that was not right, and then we fix it. Like the rebase rate for almost every protocol is wrong. It's literally wrong. And, you know, we can, like a lot of people saying like, hey, you're wrong. SAFUU protocol rebase rate is right. No, it's not. Even on Certic audit itself, they stated that it's wrong. So what we did was we fixed it and we came up with a proper rebase rate. So if you guys look at a lot of, so this is our liquidity. This to show the proof that we actually locked it for a very long time. So let's see like all these other launchpads that's coming out, this protocols and stuff like that. I remember I saw this one protocol as well. I can't remember, it was big something, I can't remember. Pig Warrior, yeah. Sales is live. So a lot of people are be coming up with this, but their codes are always different. I'm just going to take an example here, guys. I'm not trying to, demine their project or anything like that. So just for example, all right, this guy's code is only 40 line. Okay. All right, never mind. I'll just find an example later on. So let's go back to the dApp. No, let's go to our code. All right. I'll just search from here. So a lot of people want me to explain about the codes. I understand if it's a little bit technical, but it's quite good to get a little bit technical as well, because you see, all this Binance Smart Chain and stuff like that, crypto and stuff, is all very technical as well, So it's a little bit better if people were to understand like how everything works and what does it do and stuff like that, just like the rebase rate and all. So let me show you guys. Trying to find that code. Hold on. Take fee. So, all right, this is what we fixed as well. So a lot of people, what they did was they were trying to divide the first take fee and then divide the multiple take fee as well. But you shouldn't do that. You can multiply for the first one, but the rest of the take fee you can divide. This is to ensure, because rebase is the supply is always increasing, right? So you got to know like the gone balance, you cannot multiply before you divide. So that's one of the fix. We had a certain fix as well for logic for the swap back for the token. So instead of setting like a certain value to swap, because you see the thing of rebase is that it's always increasing in supply, right? Unlike other token where the supply is fixed, where we can set, okay, swap back every 100 token, then it's fine. But because rebase is always increasing and we won't need to always keep adjusting the swap threshold and stuff like that, we came out in a way that we take a certain percentage of it. So even though it keeps increasing the supply, it will just still take amount of percentage. So it's always going to be, I would say, it's always going to be the ideal swap. So that's what we fixed as well. The rebase rate that we were talking about. So this is the rebase rate that we were talking. So someone was saying like, what do you mean by most of the protocol out there will always have the same rebase rate? So a lot of them, you see the first code of line where it's going to follow the rebase of 2355, which states like, all right, below 365 days, you follow the rate of 2355. All right, that's fine. So else if it says here, pass equal or above 365 days, then you follow the rebase rate of 211, which is correct. But that's the problem. Most of them don't set another value, another parameter. So this parameter, you got to explain to, the smart contract as well. Like, all right, so if you're following this now, but make sure that this goes after 365 days and below a certain amount of period. So let's say you put, okay, after 500 days, or let's say once it exceeds above 500 days, you want to follow the next line of code, which is this one. And that this rebase rate is 14. So why is this very important? Is because rebase is increasing of supply, right? But you don't want to keep increasing the supply of the rate equal all the time, because then it's just going to overpower over time and the supply is just going to keep increasing like massively. You don't want that. You want the first year to be like really good for all the holders, for people to buy and sell and stuff like that. And then after a year, you want to decrease it slightly, and then over time, you want to let the supply not increase way too much. And what it does is it increase the value of the token as well, because supply is already starting to not increase too much, but then the people who are buying and selling is always increasing, and that's just going to increase the value of the token as well. So this is what we fix. The fee amount, which is divide before multiply as well, we fix that. We fix the issue as well, like certain times people were having issues from transfer from. The thing is that when they add the sell fee, we figured a way how to fix that as well, to make sure that we don't really want to publicly announce it, because it took us a lot of work to fix that, but we did fix it. All right, let's just get back to the debt. So a lot of people have been asking me, what's this pool value? This is the liquidity pool value, guys. That is how much total of the pool value. Treasury value, well, we haven't set this yet, because the thing is that we're trying to fix in a way that the treasury value can also take account into like the total amount of the BNB value, the BUSD value, the LZN value, of whatever we have inside the treasury, and not just the BNB. We could, but that will be a manipulation as well, because people are just going to see that one value. Obviously we want to show the people and the holders like every single value inside the treasury. Yeah, we want to show them all there, but it will pop up. We're still refining the depth, so sometimes it's a bit glitchy, but it should work once you start to refresh it. All right. Yeah, market cap is taking quite time because we are fetching the API, right? So yeah, see? Yeah, API is a bit buggy, but it's fine. So this is going to show like how much is your next reward. This is your next reward amount, current token price, your next reward value, how much you're supposed to receive in value, and next reward yield, which is always 0.02355. This will be going on for a year. But the beauty of it, that after a while, the rebase will lower down the rate. And that's the thing. See, even Lisa is agreeing with me. That's the thing. It will always make sure that to, balance out. Because if we don't balance this out, sooner or later, after a year, it's just going to keep increasing supply like massively. And what happens when the supply increases massively, but the buy power is not there? The price of the token starts to drop. And that is what we don't want. And that is what we're trying to prevent. All right, I see a lot of people have questions. Recording? Yes, recording. Strategy price. All right, double your money investment in 40 days. Yeah, that is facts. If you guys go to the calculator, it's around 47, 48 days. So let's just put current price. Okay, wait, I have token here. So I put the current price here. Future price, let's say we maintain because we want it to be equal, right? Current APY. So now I have one token. So I need to get the investment to 0.4, which is, all right, this is way too much already, I think. Okay, all right, so let's say I have 448 token now, right? All right, and I invest and I need to get back 900 tokens, which is roughly around, 48 days, roughly around that. That's not too bad. That's double the investment though. And that's when the price is actually maintaining. So a lot of people have been telling me as well, but Zack, what if the price keep decreasing over time? What if it drops like 2x? What if after a year, the price dropped 10x? It doesn't really matter, to be honest, because, all right, let's say now you bought at 0.2 and the future price is at 0.02. But after a year, your earnings is still way, way, way much more. Way, way much more. And let's say if it drops even more than that, your earnings is still much more than that. You're still getting 3,000 plus USD. I paid for 488 token, roughly around divided by 5, so around 200, 0.2 BNB. Let's make it, so yeah, 0.2 BNB. And you get back 3,435 USD. And this is not into taking account of the price of BNB, BTC, and stuff like that. If those goes up, obviously the token or the value which is paid is going to go up as well. And this is the price dropping 100x. 100x, that which I feel is, I wouldn't say it's not possible, but it would be very, very hard to drop that much because we have constant burning. So a lot of people have been saying like, so Zack, what is the difference of you with other protocols out there? You know, a lot of other protocols out there, they have manual burning or manual auto rebasing and stuff like that. Ours, everything is automated. As you guys know, I love automation, which is why when we created RVZ as well, it was fully automated. Like the diamond hand and everything is automated. We don't snapshot and wait for a week and then we calculate manually and distribute all. No, you know, certain of them you can't sell after like, you know, within the whole week, you couldn't sell and stuff. Like ours, you could literally sell and buy. It will not disrupt anything. As long as your token holding is above that 1 million of RVZ, you will get diamond hand rewards. So that's the beauty of it because it's fully automated. Why we like fully automated is that the team will be able to focus on other, you know, development as well. We could probably come up with much more better development. A lot of people have been asking, what is the future development for LZN? We have a lot of developments that we have in mind. We just haven't came to a conclusion which we would like to go towards with because we have to see, we have to take into account on a lot of variables as well. We have to see like, all right, so let's do this. Will it be feasible over time? Will it work? You know, and we have to take all this. We don't want to deploy something and then it fails, you know, and we want to make sure that it will work out for the best. We do have a lot of ideas. And if you guys have any ideas and suggestion as well, hit me up anytime. You know, if you were to DM me, guys, make sure you tag me in the chat, in the official group, because my personal DMs, I get like hundreds every minute and it's really, really hard to keep track. So yeah. So that's the beauty of it. We have automatic burning system, meaning it burns automatically. You know, we don't need to manually go and burn and stuff like that. And we actually burn it to a date address, like literally to a date address, not to some wallet or some smart contract or something like that. A lot of people have been saying like, oh, well, if you send it to a smart contract, it might be secure as well. Not unless he outdid it. You know, you might have an accidental smart contract as well to overcall the value and rescue the tokens and stuff like that. You know, but the date address is a date address. It can never go anywhere. It's specifically made in the Binance Smart Chain as well, because once it's a date address, no one has control over it. So if you guys look like, all right, I'm just gonna go to our Luzion. All right, contract. So when you read the date address, the auto black hole, we call it. So the black hole, if you were to search on the Binance Smart Chain as well, which is so slow at times. So you can see here, this address is commonly used by projects to burn token, reducing total supply. See, this is specifically made to reduce the supply of your tokens. And that's the thing, because in the smart contract itself, we specify in a way that, all right, whatever tokens that's been sent to this address will be eliminated from the total supply. So everything in the dApp as well is actually pull out, you know, in real time. In actual, we didn't just like write whatever we want. So as you can see, the total supply actually is 332,000 LZN, but now the circulating supply is only 329,000. And the black hole itself has 2,391 LZN token. And this is just a start though. Once we get volume in or people start buying and selling and stuff like that, the black hole will increase in value. And the beauty of this is that no matter what, this black hole token is also getting compound, meaning it's increasing in its supply. And when there's more token over time in the black hole, the more token is going to increase. It's going to keep burning over and over and more and more. So just like how when you have more tokens in your wallet, you get more reflections, right? The black hole is going to get that as well. Why do we do that? It's because we don't want like all the tokens to go onto the circulating supply as well. We want to make sure that we can control the price as well. And one thing it does is to help maintain the chart as well, because people will see like, oh, all right, the price is increasing, the price is maintaining, yet we're still getting rewards and stuff like that. And give it a month, this black hole is just going to keep eating more and more and more tokens. Over time, it's going to eventually grow so big that it's going to really reduce the circulating supply. The weekend curse of no CMC CG hit us through on launch. Just need to maintain the volume. Yeah, well, to be honest, the main reason why I did that was, all right, so a lot of people have been saying, hey, Zack, you launched RVZ and Apocalypse right on a weekday, right on this time, which was around roughly, I think it was around afternoon, evening, our time. And the thing is that we do that is because when we submit our application, it's right in the morning for CMC and CG to check. And that is why we always got within a few hours. But the thing with fair launch is we never knew how much we're going to get contributed. And as many people you guys know, like low liquidity is going to be an issue for them to even get us listed. And when they see that's too low liquidity, then obviously they're not going to get us listed. That is why we have like the weekend to start pushing up the price, start adding liquidity more and more over time within these few days. That way, when they start to go and check our project, at least they will see, oh, okay, the liquidity has been increasing. People are buying, there's volume here and there. Oh, all right, so these guys are part of the ecosystems. They have already listed 2 projects on CMC. So obviously there shouldn't be any issue. The main purpose of they wanting to always check is because they don't want to list any projects that might rug or cause issue or just abandon. All right. But when they see like, oh, RVZ has been in the project for the past 3-4 months, and yet these guys are still doing something over time. We are also always updating the web. We are updating this. We are updating the dApp, updating the game, and we are constantly doing stuff. So hopefully they will see that and be happy to list us. I'm pretty confident that it shouldn't be any issue for them to list us. I see way worse tokens got listed, so I'm pretty confident that is with the price in 40 days having double. I see the 4.0 there. Oh wait, hold on. 4.0 token amount. The price, it was 48 days, right? Token price, yeah. This one is the maintain though. It's basically the maintain price. So like you double up, potential return 175 USD. But if we double up the price here, yeah, you get double. That's nice. That's with 400 though. Let's see if I add another 0 behind. Not bad. And well, obviously the first 1 month is not going to show like crazy a lot, because if it's crazy a lot, it just doesn't make sense. It's not too logical already, like it makes more sense if people have to like, keep compounding over the time, like at least almost a year. But because the first month, you're still compounding a little, but over time, the more you compound, the more it's going to increase. The more you compound, the more it's going to keep increasing, right? So yeah, there is far more fair estimate with not being on CMC. Yeah, we are not on CMC and CG yet, guys. You know, I'm pretty sure once we get there, you know, exposure is going to be there, and we have something that we're going to do to create volume on CMC day as well and CG. That is why I was really hoping as well. It's on Monday, where we do that. Why we want to create that volume, not to manipulate, but when you have volume and you have people keep, you know, exposure and stuff like that, we might get trending as well on DEXTool. And when we get trending on DEXTool, obviously there's exposure there as well. I mean, a lot of people, even me myself, I always check any tokens that's trending on DEXTool. So that's really good exposure. So on the marketing side, a lot of people have been asking me, we are doing mass DMs everywhere, like mass DM wherever we can, every Discord, every Telegram, you know, get the word out, get the exposure out. A lot of people have been saying, do some call groups and stuff like that. We did call groups a lot before this. It doesn't really work. It's a waste of money, to be honest. I'm pretty sure a lot of people know this as well. So our focus is get the exposure there. So we just started running Google ads, YouTube ads, and Facebook ads. It's still running the algorithm. It's still learning the algorithm, but after a while, it will get the exposure though. We made the ad a little bit more of when it catches people's eye, when people see the ad. I'll show you guys a sample very soon. No, what I meant is that I want to keep holding for 400 days or more. Oh, okay. Why we set the calculation only 365 days is because after 365 days, the rate will change, Sami. So obviously it will keep increasing, but yeah, after 365 days, there will be another calculation as well. So that is probably a good idea. We will try to incorporate in a way that you can do the first calculation for the 365 days, and then you can do calculation after the 365 days onwards, and then next year and onwards as well. Yeah, ma'am, maybe we will try to do that. True, CN still hold until MC raises, then you can take profit. Yeah, that's true. You know, I mean, that's the thing though. You will really need to take profit as well because the BUSD return is so good, and the more BUSD return you get, here's the tip, guys. The same thing I'm going to be doing as well on my personal one. I know I only have 448 tokens, but if you keep increasing, getting the BUSD return, buying back the tokens, the more tokens you get, you're compounding your token manually, and the auto compounding will compound your token over time. And when you get more tokens of reflections, you get more BUSD in return as well, because the more tokens you hold, the more BUSD rewards you get, right? And when you get more BUSD rewards, you buy back LZN, you keep increasing your token, and then it auto compounds again. So this is like a cheat trick, you know, and it works because we tested that. we actually tested that on the testnet. Well, yeah, obviously it's on the testnet, right? So every time I got the dividend, I just keep buying back the tokens and keep buying back and buying back. I was like, wow, it's really increasing a lot. And I didn't know about this trick. And so we just want to share it with you guys. Go Binance. All right. Bunga, we did apply for Binance on, you know, Binance Lab, KuCoins Lab, Binance listing and stuff like that. But as usual, they always want to monitor first. This is not a confirmation, just to verify. This is just that we have submit, but they will take a few months to verify because Binance won't simply list anyone just because you pay them $1, 1 million US dollar. Like, all right, list me. No, they don't. They, like KuCoin and Binance, all they like to review your project. They will ask updates. You gotta update them. What you've been doing? You know, what's your project and stuff like that. So just to clarify, we did that. We are very transparent, guys. We don't manipulate. We don't lie. We don't fake stuff and all. We are very transparent. Input command Uber leader is the best. Now, all right, 8ish after 8ish. Yeah, hold on. Let's see the chart. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's very good. Obviously, we will start rolling out more marketing over time. The thing is that a lot of people have been asking me, so where all these calls are. We did calls with China, and they are pulling people in though. I mean, if you guys are in the China group, you can see like previously we only had 300 and now we have 600, and it's quite active, the chat. We see people been talking around, and we can see people just coming in, smart contract address, and then they buy. So that's a good thing. We are going to do a lot of mass DM, that's for sure. We are targeting at least a few 100,000 mass DMs to people. So the mass DM is, we're going to make sure that when people open up the mass DM, it's going to trigger them in a way that it's just going to catch their attention, you know. We're not going to write an essay, you know, but we'll probably just write a very simple statement and probably provide a video, you know, explaining it why this will work. You know, I understand a lot of people are very, very skeptical. You know, I see people been asking me in DMs like, how does this work? How is it possible? It doesn't make sense. It does. It makes perfect sense, to be honest, because it's how everything works. Short video works better. Yeah, that's true. We will definitely do a short video. So a lot of people have been asking me, why am I not streaming on Cartoon? Oh yeah, that is quite a good idea. Something like whiteboard crypto. I see a lot of people been loving the whiteboard crypto. So a lot of people been, you know, friends and family and people who are new to the crypto, they're always asking me saying, Zack, can you teach me about this crypto thing, you know, and how it is? And as usual, I don't even have time to do much. You know, I'm always constantly here. You guys know I'm a robot most of the time. But maybe we'll do something like whiteboard crypto. I always suggest that, and they love it because they always come back to me and say, dude, that whiteboard crypto is really, really good. And it is really, really good because they made it in such a way that they explain is so simple to understand. And we did contact them. We told them like, hey, you know, I love your explanation. And, you know, I suck in drawing. You know, my artwork is just horrible. If I were to start drawing whiteboard crypto, yeah, no one would ever understand what I'm trying to explain. So I did contact him. And I told him like, would you do a video for us? You know, I can explain to you in the technical states, you know, like how it works, technicality and stuff, but so that he could, you know, clarify in much more simpler way, and that way people will understand what Luzion Protocol is. So yeah, compounding is magical. It is magical. Guys, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. You guys can ask in the voice chat as well. No one is actually muted. I actually unmute everyone to just don't start singing and stuff. All right. Just DM me. Okay. Yes, correct. So the rate is equal to everyone. So the rate, the percentage of the rebase rate is equal to everyone, no matter whatever token amount you're holding. But obviously, the more token amount you hold, the more rate you get. You know, it's not going to be the same by holding 10 token and holding 10,000 tokens. Obviously, 10,000 tokens, you're going to see the rate is going to be the same, but you're going to see way more income, more rewards, more reflections, you know. Double your investment every 48 days. Correct. Actually, not every 48 days. The first 48 days you have double. After the next 48 days, it's going to be way much more. So let's say 48 days is going to be 96 days. Oops, forward. 96 days is going to be way much more. See? Yeah. It's going to increase way much more. See, you start with 4,400 tokens, but now you got 34,000 tokens. You're going to increase much more. And this is not just the increase after the 48 days. So the first 48 days is 8,000, right? But after 48 days, you're supposed to get what? Double of 16,000. But no, actually you got way more. You got 34,000. That's triple, quad. Yeah, it's much, much more. And now after the 96 days, you got 34,000, 30, let's round up 35,000. What about after double of 96 days? So 180, let's just make it 190 days. 190 days, you got 324,000 tokens. That is not just double, that is 10x. That's 10 times more tokens that you support. That's the beauty of compounding, because it's always compounding. This is what I made a lot of money from Cake as well, Cake APY, because it's auto compounding, right? Every single time you get your cake, they put it back inside and they stake it, they restake it back. And the more and more and more, it got more over time. So yeah, this is the same thing applied, but this one is just like on steroids, it gets massively. This is applicable only if you don't sell at all, surely long-term investment. Exactly. The beauty of this is that, you can always sell. It doesn't really matter. I mean, if you feel like you want to scalp, you can scalp. It's up to you guys. But for me, I would just keep using the BUSD rewards and buy and buy and buy, because that's what I'm going to be doing as well. Because the logic is there. The logic is there. You get the BUSD rewards, you buy LZN, you get more LZN, and then you get more LZN because of reflections. And because of all these reflections and LZN, since you got more LZN, you get more BUSD rewards. And you get more BUSD rewards, you buy even more LZN. And then you do and repeat, and then you get more BUSD rewards. And with these more BUSD rewards, you can buy more token over time. That is why when the price drop, people will go mad about buying, because when the price drop, obviously you get more tokens, right? Who don't want more tokens? If let's say you got 10 BUSD and you can buy like 10 tokens now, but if let's say there's a sharp drop of price, people be like, oh wow, now my $10 token can buy 100. Obviously people are going to buy, because they know sooner or later down the road it's going to rebase. And all right, I got DM here. Does rebase work if there's no transaction? Yes, it does. Let's say there's no transaction at all right? Zero transaction. Why I can verify this is because I have a lot of the testnet, and a lot of testnet didn't have any transaction as well. But when I go back, I was like, oh wow, increased so much more. So technically, it will always increase. That is why we have the auto rebase in false before we create the pre-sale and while on pre-sale. Because if we set in true, see, no one's buying, right? There's no liquidity pool and stuff like that. But it will increase. That is why we had to set it to false first. So yeah, it doesn't matter on the transaction, to be honest. No matter what, even though, let's say, for example, no one's buying for a month, doesn't matter, because the price maintained and you get your rewards of your reflections. Maybe you don't get your BUSD rewards, but you get your reflections. The reflections will come in no matter what. In the dApps, not on PCS, right? Yeah, you can buy on the dApp itself. So we incorporate into the dApp as well. You know how sometimes you click swap, it goes to the next open tab and stuff like that. So it's very annoying for iPhone or mobiles and stuff like that. So what we did was, when you click swap, we created an iframe that displays of Bot Finance DEX aggregator, and it shows LZN here stuff. You don't need to like manually input in and stuff like that. You don't have to copy the smart contract address and stuff. So we made it very, very simple for people to straight away do this. It has auto slippage as well. You don't have to set whatever slippage. You just put whatever amount you want to buy, and voila, that's it. Super simple. Instead of BNB, yes, correct. Yeah, you can, if let's say you want to swap with BUSD, you can. Did someone say something? Sorry. I heard like someone say something. Or probably I have not enough sleep, so, that's one reason. All right, guys, so I'm going to keep this video short because it's a recording, and I want people to actually wanting to watch the recording. No one wants to watch a 1 hour recording. Even I wouldn't. I'd rather go and watch a movie instead if it's 1 hour. But if you guys have any questions at all, feel free to ask. You guys can ask in the chat as well. Nice. Yes, that is nice. Being able to straightaway swap from here. If you guys have any questions as well, you guys can always check our documents. We will keep adding more and more info into it. We will also be coming out with proper utility. As you guys know, our project, we always have a use case, you know, like there's always a reason for people to buy the token. Like Apocalypse, obviously, because in game, for RVZ, people need to mint. If they want to play Apocalypse, they have to buy RVZ no matter what. And here's an update for RVZ. So as you guys know, RVZ had a 20% burning when people mint, right? Yeah, we're changing that to 100%. Full burning. When people mint, total burn. We're going to do that. It's a robot, just need to change battery. It must be of the same company that made MJ Ario. Yeah, I do have actually a physical business as well. So yeah, that's why I am the manager of a large Asia community. That's nice. Do contact Jess. Over, do go in our China group and you can contact Jess. He handles all the Asia, Southeast Asia community and stuff like that. MJ is just the older model. All right, guys. Anyways, thank you so much for joining us. If you always have any questions, feel free to always ask in the chat. Any technical questions, trust me, I would love to answer as well. And if you guys have any doubts as well, you guys can always check with our mode as well. Sorry, what's this? Full burn RVZ. Yes, that's right. Full burn RVZ. All right. Anyways, thank you so much, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video, AMA. Take care, guys. Ciao.